It is I, Jonah Reagan, the uncommon voice for the common man, coming to you today live from Shadyside, Ohio, where I have more than a few things to say about the third and final presidential debate that happened on Monday night. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I watched that debate, and just like you, I was one of the ones that said that my hero, the Republican presidential candidate, Mitt The Mormon, should go after the heat big Indonesian chief, Big Daddy Obama, the man who is not a Muslim, and go after him after the Benghazi attacks, because as we all know, that's nothing but a big scandal and a big cover-up by the heat big Indonesian chief and the damn worthless stooges in his administration and his friends in the media. We all understand that, but apparently Mitt the Mormon understands that too. Now, what this comes down to is a matter of perception. Now, remember, his friends in the media were telling us all that Joe Biden won the vice presidential debate. Now, on points, it was close. To be honest about it, it was close. But the public perception, which is a great deal of what a debate is all about, it wasn't even close. Romney looked like the adult. Honest to God, we are told by the liberal stooges in the media that the conservatives are nothing but white, cranky old people. And in the vice presidential debate, the white, cranky old person was Joe Badmouth Biden. He made a complete fool of himself, waving his hands, rolling his eyes, interrupting. And it seemed to me that Paul Ryan was the actual adult in the building. Now, let's go to this second presidential debate. Now, I turned on the second presidential debate, and oh, honest to God, a prize fight broke out. And I was sitting there going, that's it, Mitt, go after him, go after him. But after the debate, something happened. Now, of course, their side, of course, said that the heat big Indonesian chief won that debate too. Maybe on points. But once again, it comes down to a question of public perception. Because after the vice presidential debate, you would have thought that Mitt the Mormon would have understood that people really didn't like the idea of both candidates fighting each other the way that they were doing, like two damn dogs locked in a room. Because that's exactly what that was, and that turned people off. People are sick of the polarized politics that are going on in this country. And apparently Mitt the Mormon did not learn that after watching the vice presidential debates. But he did learn it in the debate last night. And that makes all the difference. Because in the third and final presidential debate last night, Mitt the Mormon, once again, like Paul Ryan in the vice presidential debates, was the adult in the room. It was the heat big Indonesian chief that looked like a complete idiot. He was the one that was snarky, attacking, divisive. He was the one that didn't really offer anything, and he was the one that, quite frankly, looked like a mean man. He just did. He looked like a mean son of a bitch. And it was Romney who looked presidential. It was Romney who didn't rise to the occasion and get down in the damn dirt and fight with him. And in the arena of public perception, that is exactly the thing that he should have done. Now, like I said when I started out, I was one that wanted him to go after this Benghazi thing. But why should he? It's everywhere in the news now. The heat big Indonesian chief has been caught with his hands in the cookie jar as far as that goes. So why would Mitt the Mormon do anything and say anything? Because this is what would have happened. If Mitt the Mormon would have said something about the Benghazi and the cover-up and all that stuff, you would have had their side and his stooges in the media. The first thing out of their mouth was, look, he's politicizing the deaths of 4 Americans. So Mitt the Mormon wisely did not bite on that. He didn't do it because he didn't want that perception by the public. And once again, there's Mitt the Mormon making his case sound and sober, clean and articulate, right, Mr. Biden? And he was the one that looked like the president. The other guy, the heat big Indonesian chief, looked like the challenger, desperate, because that is exactly what is going on here, because the momentum's with Romney. So why should he get down in a damn gutter and roll with this worthless piece of trash president of ours. He was the one that looks good in this. Now remember, we are told that Obama's favorability ratings, because people like him, are right through the roof. Mitt The Mormon is this big, rich, white conservative that nobody likes. It doesn't have anything in common with regular common folks like myself. But in this debate, it was the big Indonesian chief that looked like an elitist. And it was Romney who stayed above the fight. And that was a smooth thing to do. It took me a little while for that to come on, but that is exactly what happened. Romney was the good guy in this debate, and it was Obama that looked like he was desperate. And that was shrewd. Do you want to know something? Do you want me to tell you how I really feel about this? Because I'm going to, whether you want to hear it or not. Back in the day, there was this thing known as being a public servant. Being a public servant was actually a good thing. It was doing something to help out your fellow citizens. And we don't see public servants anymore. What we have now are worthless politicians. And the big Indonesian chief looked like a worthless politician. The guy that looked like the public servant was Mitt Romney. And that's all there is to it. I think Mitt Romney is indeed a public servant. I think he's a nice guy. I think he loves his country. And I think he wants to do what's right for this country. It's the President of the United States that looks like a damn worthless, corrupt, mean, vindictive politician. And that's how that debate came across to me. Until next time, this is your favorite conservative, Ronald Reagan, saying this to you right now. I'm back, and when news like this breaks out, my tirades break in. Until next time, I say this to you,